It's been a hot minute, but let's get into it. It's Sunday, March 5th, and here is your 5-minute fix. All right. So this story, obviously from last week, Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. Jake Paul took the L, and it appears he's taking it well. Jake Paul accepts Tommy Fury loss. He won fair and square, and that's boxing. Jake Paul won't make too many excuses after suffering his first career boxing loss, but said he knows he can do better. Paul, now 6-1, dropped a split decision to Tommy Fury 9-0 on Sunday. The event took place at the Daria Arena in Daria, Saudi Arabia, and the main card aired on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Now, I wasn't able to watch the fight myself. I was working, but from what I hear, it should have been a unanimous decision. You know, there was a lot of talk or a little bit of speculation right before the fight, I think either a day or 2 days before, about a possible fight script, something like that. Turns out it was all fake. Someone trying to snatch some clout, whatever it may be. Although he thought he was on the wrong end of the judges' scorecards, of course, he accepts a loss. Good fight, good war, Paul said at the post-fight news conference. Tough kid. I didn't have my best performance. Fair play to Tommy. He won fair and square, and that's boxing. You've got to take it on the chin. It was some good moments in there. I just really couldn't get my game plan working. But hey, man, this is what this sport is all about. You win some in glorious fashion, and you lose some. Like I said out there, judge me by my losses because I'll be back. Jake Paul taking that L graciously and, says he's going to come back stronger. Paul almost mounted a comeback when he dropped Fury in round 8. So I've seen that clip, and honestly, to me, it looked more like a slip than anything else. But hey, I'm not a boxing judge. But it was only enough to award him the fight in one of the judges' eyes. He tips his hat to Fury, but attributes the loss more to his lack of performance. Quote, he was just really well prepared, and I think it was more so a reflection of my own performance versus him being super outstanding. Ooh, shots fired. I couldn't get my momentum going like I wanted to, and I just felt kind of flat. He was exactly the fighter that I expected him to be. I think his combinations were the thing that were a bit more impressive, but it was a reflection of my own performance and me just not fighting the way I know I can. So there you have it. Jake Paul trying to dust that dirt off his shoulders, saying he's going to come back stronger. Didn't think he was too impressed by Tommy Fury. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know for sure, but I think a rematch has been set already. So we'll have to see for a date on that, as the first fight was supposed to happen even in 2022. And because of injuries, whatnot, it wasn't able to go down until now. So happy that it did. And we'll see what else comes out of this. Another story from last week or even a couple weeks ago. Lady Gaga sued by woman sentenced in connection to theft of singer's dogs. Jennifer McBride, who returned the dogs after they were stolen, says star failed to honor a $500,000 no questions asked reward. Yo, I mean, sure, no questions asked reward, but when you are involved in the theft, that sounds like a grift in my eyes. And quite honestly, I can't see this awarded to her or going her way in court. Let's take a look at this story. A woman who was charged in connection with stealing Lady Gaga's dogs has sued the pop star, alleging that she was denied a $500,000 reward for returning the dogs with no questions asked. Jennifer McBride was previously arrested and charged in connection to the theft of Lady Gaga's French bulldogs in February 2021. Lady Gaga's dog walker, Ryan Fisher, was shot and wounded during the robbery. Damn! I didn't know mans was shot. Oh my goodness, that's rough. Just a dog walker. Now you got dog walkers on the dangerous job list. 2 days after the 2021 stick-up, McBride returned Lady Gaga's dogs, with the police noting that McBride seemed to be uninvolved and unassociated with the incident. But soon after, McBride was charged with receiving stolen property and accessory to attempted murder. McBride pleaded no contest to receiving stolen property from the theft, NBC News reported, and was sentenced to 2 years probation. According to a lawsuit filed on Friday in LA court, McBride now alleges that Lady Gaga breached the contract surrounding the $500,000 no question asked reward by not paying for the dog's return. The lawsuit is also accusing Lady Gaga of fraud by false promise and fraud by misrepresentation. I honestly, the fact that she pleaded no contest to theft in regards to the stolen property, I think this will get thrown out, no problem. McBride is also seeking no less than $1.5 million in damages, including compensation for legal fees, mental anguish, and pain and suffering. This is what happens in the US around lawsuits and stuff. Like, I can't help but think that this is just going to get thrown away because this sounds like ridiculousness. Absolute ridiculousness. A deputy district attorney in LA Michelle Hannessy, noted that any payout from a lawsuit would be restitution for Lady Gaga, Fisher, and other victims of the robbery. It was clear from the evidence presented to the grand jury that Miss McBride knew the dogs had been stolen in a violent robbery in which Ryan Fisher had been grievously injured, Hannessy said to NBC. It was also clear from the evidence that McBride had known at least two of her co-conspirators for years. At the audacity of this woman. In December, James Howard Jackson, one of three men who participated in the robbery, received a 21-year prison sentence after pleading no contest to one count of attempted murder in the case. Jackson shot Fisher with a semi-auto handgun during the robbery, and others took off with two of Lady Gaga's three dogs. You know, I guarantee you this man could have simply flashed the gun. Gunpoint. You ain't got to shoot the man. Could have saved himself a lot of jail time if you ask me. Yo, this is a cool little story right here. Cool story. This is from University of, I'm going to say Southwest in Sydney, North South, I don't know. It's Australia. 3D bioprinting inside the human body could be possible thanks to new soft robots. Okay, this just piqued my nerd interest. I had to bring it to y'all. UNSW researchers unveiled a prototype device that can directly 3D print living cells onto internal organs and potentially be used as an all-in-one endoscopic surgical tool. This blows my goddamn mind. Blows my mind. Like, we are talking 3D printing body parts, essentially. Organs. 3D printing organs. Engineers from UNSW Sydney have developed a miniature and flexible soft robotic arm which can be used to 3D print biomaterial directly onto organs inside a person's body. 3D bioprinting is a process whereby biomedical parts are fabricated from so-called bionc to construct natural tissue-like structures. Bioprinting is predominantly used for research purposes such as tissue engineering and the development of new drugs, and normally requires the use of large 3D printing machines to produce cellular structures outside the living body. The new research from the UNSW Medical Robotics Lab led by Dr. Tan No Do and his PhD student Mai Tan Tai, in collaboration with other researchers from the UNSW including Scientasia Professor Nigel Lovell, Dr. Huang Fuang Fan, and Associate Professor Jelena Renak Kovachina, I don't know if I pronounced that right, probably butchered the hell out of it, is detailed in a paper published by Advanced Science. Their work has resulted in tiny, flexible 3D bioprinter that has the ability to be inserted into the body just like the endoscope and directly deliver multi-layered biomaterials onto the surface of internal organs and tissues. Ladies and gentlemen, science is crazy these days. This is wild. Like, I like the magnitude of this just blows my mind. Blows my mind. The proof of concept device known as the F3DB features a highly maneuverable swivel head that prints the bioink bio ink. Oh my God, bioink. I'm saying bioink. The bio ink attached to the end of a long and flexible snake-like robotic arm, all of which can be controlled externally. The research teams say that further development and potentially within 5 to 7 years, the technology could be used by medical professionals to access hard-to-reach areas inside the body via small skin incisions or natural orifices. I'm not gonna show this video because it's probably kind of nasty, but that's just a quick rundown. You can find this story, Google search 3D bioprinting inside the human, like just 3D bioprinting. You can find stuff about this. It's crazy. Absolutely bananas. Okay, bananas. And lastly for today, we got a little cosplay action from Comic-Con in Atlanta. Okay, this was from last week as well. Obviously, you can tell that I'm a little bit behind, but it's okay. Next week will be good. What is the best cosplay I saw at ATL Comic-Con? What's this look like in large? Let's do it.
What is the best cosplay I saw at ATL Comic-Con?
I gotta mute this. Ooh, look at that. Now that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Let's run that back. Wild. That's good. That's real good. Like, it don't get any better than that. Like, that's real good. But, like, one more time. Like, look at this. That is some of the most authentic stuff I've ever seen. Even herself, she's like, yeah, this is good. This is real good. I wonder if that's her friend, her daughter. Who knows? But they did a fabulous job. That is amazing. Well, there you have it, folks. That's all for that. What do you think of what do you think about Jake Paul losing that fight? Or should I say Tommy Fury winning that fight? What do you think about Lady Gaga being sued $500,000 by this woman who's a co-conspirator to her dogs being stolen? 3D bioprinting, you in, you out. And, you know, that's a pretty cool cosplay. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hit subscribe, hit like, all that good stuff. This has been your 5-minute fix.